test, which I know we are, what kind of connection will you be able to make? Al-Haj, what kind? Text to what?
Text to self.
Text to self. You too will be able to make a text to self connection when you ace the test. You're going to remember that book and be like, wow, I'm just like the characters in that book. You can hit the first one. Okay, so here we go. Our slogan, we're the best, will beat the test. And the way that we're going to do that is very clear. You know. How many people know how creative I am? Wow. Okay, what we're going to do is we are going to embed or infuse or be surrounded by constant learning. However, it is going to be in an extremely kind of way. Let's see, what can you infer? You know my personality. So what can you infer? How are we going to be learning? Corinne? In a fun way. Very good. So we are going to take learning to a next level, and we are going to do it in an extremely fun way. What you are going to be noticing starting next week is the halls throughout 106 are going to be filled with all kinds of work. Now, by meaning that, each week we are going to be using a different type of skill. These reading strategies that you've been learning within the classroom are going to be all around you. Next week, we are starting main event and supporting details. Okay, that's what we're going to be focusing on. Each week is going to be different. One week it'll be inferring, even though we infer constantly 24/7 over here, as you know. But we're going to each week focus on something different. Okay, so you'll be walking down the hallway, you're walking to school, and you'll look around and you'll see posters on the walls. Walk into the bathroom, you'll see posters. Walk into math class at 11:05, you'll see some posters around the wall. These posters are going to be a constant reminder that we are always learning. Constantly, constantly, constantly learning. Even when you don't realize you're learning, even when you don't realize that you're inferring, you are always learning. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you exactly how this is going to take place. Anybody curious how this is going to take place or what it's going to look like? A little bit? Okay. The staples? Okay. Here's the process. So this is, we're going to print this out so you have some sort of a frame of reference. Okay. First you're going to do, you're going to read the wall. So you're going to look around. There's going to be posters. There's going to be all kinds of colors jumping out at you. All kinds of things, and it's going to be an ongoing thing. So next week will be main event, main idea, the week after will be another, and it'll be a continuous thing, constantly, constantly, constantly. So when you're sitting there taking the test, you won't have these problems, I forgot everything, because you will remember, believe it or not, I saw a main idea by the bathroom, the boys' bathroom. Remember walking past it every single day and seeing what main idea is. I know what it is, and you're going to write it down. You'll be able to remember this because you're going to see it constantly. Constantly, constantly, constantly. And these things are going to stick in your mind. So if you were afraid of forgetting before, you will not be forgetting in the future. Okay? Okay, so first you're going to read the wall. Okay, on a Post-it, you are going to write down your answer, your response, or your opinion, and you're going to add it to the wall. So it's going to be constantly people adding, people giving their opinions, people giving what they think, and you'll be able to read everybody else's response. Now we know we're not going to say, oh, 5 people said it was this, so it must be. No, because we're going to use our own brain. We could be right and they could be wrong, or we could both be right. So you're going to be constantly adding to your posters. Okay. If it is a longer response, sometimes I'm going to be asking you to write things, you're going to leave it in my mailbox. Now, the reason that you're going to leave it in my mailbox is because you're going to get credit for it. And every week, there is going to be a winner. There's going to be prizes given out every week to the people that participate. So, basically, it's a win-win situation. You learn, and you get prizes. It's like the greatest thing. How many people like to get prizes? Me too. I like prizes too. Okay. So we're all on the same page so far? Okay. So for longer responses, you're going to leave it in my mailbox. And I'm going to give you a few examples of what this is going to look like so that you have an idea. Okay? One main thing, though, what's one thing that should always be on your response or on your post? What is very, very, very important? If I'm going to give out weekly prizes, what do I need? Cassandra. What do I need? Your name. What else do I need? No, basically who's in what class. But what else do I need? I need the date and I need your class. Okay, so for you to get credit, I'm going to get a complete class list from every teacher, and I'm going to check off and keep track of who does what. So I'll know if you do nothing, and I'll know if you do a whole bunch of stuff, and believe me, it will be reflected. Okay, how many people think so far that they want to participate? No. Someone sure? All right, if I give you examples, maybe that'll help you out. Is there any wrong answer? No, so what do you think? Would you be scared? You would be scared? You don't like the whole magic thing? Okay, so that one would be on my own. So far, I went up to this poster, and I've answered all of my posters to it. I gave what I think. I made my name. Everything is on it. So this is one example of what you could do. Okay, Ms. Staples, hit it. Another example that you might see during a week of cause and effect, create your own situation. Cause and effect. Okay, so I wrote down, if I don't tie my shoe, I will fall. Trip. That could happen, right? Can somebody else give me another cause and effect? Give me a cause and effect.
If I run down the stairs, I will fall.
If I run down the stairs, I will fall. Give me another one. If I bump into a wall, I will. Over my head, I could get a bump. If I don't wear my uniform, I will. Okay. So this one would entail me to write it down and leave it in Miss Craig's box. So if I start out, the moonlight shone so bright. Somebody give me the next line to my poem. Shone so bright. Janae? Stars came out of the sky. Night. This entails it to be a much longer one. Okay? Hit it, Miss Staples. Now, here's a different type. This one requires a lot more thinking on your part. I'll give you the passage. You give me the QAR question. So you would be generating your own. I, for example, wrote, what color do leaves turn in autumn? Somebody answer my QAR and tell me what kind of question that is? I see a lot of thinking faces. What color there? Right there. Can you come up and point to me and answer my question? Can you restate? Can you restate it? The leaves?
The leaves of trees turn from green to vibrant red, yellow, and orange.
In the autumn. In autumn. Very good. Excellent. Round of applause. These are just a few examples of what you will be seeing. Anybody now excited about it? Yes. It is going to be so awesome, and I'm going to be changing and adding on to it every single day. So you're going to want to make sure that you're watching the walls, you're walking up the staircase, you're walking down the staircase. You're constantly going to be seeing things changing that you're going to want to add to. You're going to want to answer, and you're going to want to get involved in. And remember, I will be keeping track of who's doing what, so I'll know exactly who's way up there and those that are a little bit behind. Okay, and if you're a little bit behind or you feel a little insecure, come see me and we'll work through it and we'll get it together. Everybody understand? Yeah.